become a slave to serious sin. You know, we've become like a habit of
bondage
sin,
to it,
a
right?
bondage
Yeah.
of sin, like it was for St. Augustine. And this is really encouraging. St. Augustine became enslaved to sexual sin, and many people today are,
Sure.
you know. And so by the time the Lord had awakened him and called him out of it, he said, you know what? I want to get out of it, but I can't. You know, I'm helpless. But he said, I'm responsible for having gotten to this point because through a whole series of decisions I've made over a number of years, it's made me a slave, but I'm a slave. I can't get free. So he just began to call out to God, and God began to send people to help him in different ways. He began to read things began to happen in his life, chance encounters. And one day, he heard this voice saying, take and read, take and read. He opened up scripture, and there's a word there for him, said, make no provision for the flesh. Yeah. You know, and that freedom, you know, that was the final kind of thread that had to be cut, and that freedom. So what I would say to people who are at this early stage of the spiritual life, turning away from serious sin, is whether it's a struggle or whether it can happen instantly, persevere. If you want to get free, you can get free, but you gotta do your part. You know, you've got to avoid the near occasions of sin. You've got to frequent the sacrament of reconciliation. You've got to fill your mind and heart with good things and not bad things. And you know, like Jesus said, if your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your right arm causes you to sin, cut it off. Hey, if your computer causes you to sin, get rid of it, or put blocks on it, or you know, don't stay up late at night watching stuff you shouldn't watch. I mean, like, you got to kind of do your part.
Yeah.
But once you do your part, that's kind of disposing yourself for the grace of God to come into your life, and eventually you will be set free.
Oh, you're talking, it's good that...
Shortly before John Paul II was elected Pope, he gave this prophetic warning while on a visit to the United States. We are now facing the final confrontation between the church and the anti-church, between the gospel and the anti-gospel, between Christ and the antichrist. This prophetic warning was repeated recently by the papal nuncio to the United States as he spoke to all the American bishops. And whether this is the final confrontation or not, we're certainly living in the midst of a tremendous confrontation. In this booklet, I consider what we can learn from Scripture about this confrontation and how we can live during.
But is 99 cents, which is still a deal. So to order your booklet, call 1-800-282-4789 or go to www.renewalministries.net. Let them know it's program number 1526, and the booklet is the final confrontation. And be sure and if you want to see the complete program, that's also available at www.renewalministries.net. And The Choices We Face is also available in Converse and the Metrocom area in San Antonio on PATV, Grande Cable Channel 19, Time Warner Digital Channel 20, AT&T Uverse Channel 99, Saturdays at 4:30. So you can watch that in the Converse Metrocom area. And